No, that's not. What on earth is he doing? Lands another knock from afar, and Pika is helpless as I8 mercilessly just bouncing at their direction. Team Bablu, they had wiped out I8 just a couple of days ago in the map of Miramar, and now this is time for redemption as Usam lands another beautiful grenade on Pan, and there is no stopping I8 right now from going in with that push, getting a few more elimination points, as now Team I8 and Team Bablu might actually consider tucking their tails and running from here. But at the same time, Ghost realizes, I think it's better if he just takes the buggy and moves away from here and gets inside the cover of the circle, because the circle has taken another western shift. Now Quraysh Esports are also in a good position, so are the players of TUF, having a little bit of that higher ground to play around. T20 QWERTY still at the very epicenter of the zone.
Well, they are, but my eyes are onto the two remaining players of Team Bablu over there. They managed to escape the clutches of R8, just walked into the crosshair of 52 Esports, and now they have to move inside the circle. I wonder how they're going to do so, because North Esports, Team Regicide are also placed in the periphery from the back lines. They have other teams on the tails, but because of the play zone, H2E, Dread gets taken down. That means H2E, they have their own trouble. Dread, well, he's not going to get any revival because all the remaining players are already inside the safety of the circle. But Reggie's side, they have found a knock onto the players of 52 Esports, and they will get the confirmation also very easily.
Oh, two of the teams that you've gone for are doing particularly very well. Knock getting shot from that eastern side, but he's not botched about it. But because I8, he's got to watch out, especially with Ghost and his Mini 14. The kind of shots that he's been connecting has been impressive so far, as they're just washing and just cleaning everything from the backlines before they make their entry inside the zone, creating chaos, as Freestyle are in very close contention against the players of 52 Esports, as now it is not just them, it is also Regicide that they have to deal with, as Knock just beside his vehicle out there has the coupe, instantly decides to retreat, has no business, as Regicide, they want a good position inside the zone, as Zabaf trying to go on with the spray. I8 almost have their vehicle just burning, could explode any given moment, but Zabaf, they are very low HP, somebody needs to retaliate. I8's Uzum, an IQ in fact, gets a beautiful finish, and 52 Esports have been eliminated, but Ghost and Blade and all three of the players of I8 are in dire trouble, as Uzum just trying to close in, trying to get that revive, but with 16 seconds, I don't think that's gonna happen, as Goku lays the final nail in the coffin, and I8's run finally gets ended over here with just 4 finishes to their name, and the circle now again favoring still to the lads of T20 QWERTY. We have to see where the 5th circle takes a shift, and T20 QWERTY still in a very good position. This is the game where they have to get a chicken dinner if they have to close in on that gap against Team I8.
And with that I8 out of the equation, yes, they are having a high number of defeat points in this particular one in their pockets already. So after an impactful performance, I8 has been taken out of the equation. This is the opportunity for the other teams like FS, QWERTY, other teams, TUF also to come up on the ladder. Let's see if they are going to do so, because FS looks like they are having a little bit of the trouble, because Malik and his teammate are still a little far away from the safe zone. But Grounders, well, they are applying so many smokes out there, trying to close in the distance, find a hard cover, but Sensi gets taken down by Bas with a Mini 14 shots.
Oh, he certainly does, and from here onwards, let's see what is gonna happen. Malik taking some damage but still alive, just blows his vehicle up, trying to build that concrete cover for himself. And Mom2 just, oh, it's Shapatar against Regicide, and Nocto goes falling down. That marks the end for Regicide, as one more team falls out of Shadow. And that's not good for her, at least for now. But 3x just pincering down the players of North Esports. Maxi being taken down, Kratos making sure he gets quick work of it. This time just shifting onto its ump, and I believe he's out of ammunition. That's not a good sign for 3x. Will collect some from his teammate, at least for now.
Well, certainly they have already used all their resources, but Mr. Black had a perfect grenade and Tyrant gets taken down. That is something not going to work for the plus of 3x because they don't have too much hard cover for themselves. And from the back lines, I can see Mom2 also chiming in, trying to move inside the circle. That means 3x, they can be a third party situation, but FS they are having their own trouble as Sensi is shooting in the direction relentlessly, and Mario is the one that is going to take Mom2 down and will get a defeat point and confirmation as well. Well, 3x, their backs are pretty much cleared. Malik is the only last player surviving that can give them a little bit of the trouble. But on the other side, H2E, they also managed to get one defeat point in their favor.
Oh yeah, they do, at least for now. H2E, they're looking good. Much needed one for them. As now 3x trying to just close in on the grounders. They've got some good areas to play around the concrete cover for themselves. As T20 QWERTY in real close contention against the players of Quantum Rage. And we've got to see how that works out as 420 boy. He's been taken down. And now Quantum Rage just isolating the players of T20 QWERTY and moving after one after the other, just clearing all those compounds. And now the next on their hit list could be Gravity, but surely has to get some sort of a cover fire coming in from Voltrux and Khan combined. They just cannot let them pass. And now all these smoky covers have been built up because they want to go with that push. Gravity needs to escape from this compound. Instead, he is going to make an aggressive maneuver. Gets the better out of Sigma Male. Can he get one more? Has he spotted out Tunton? Still somehow dodges him. Still just buying time enough to get into sweet covers as he's getting the cover fire from the backlines. And again, Shadow, Gravity escapes with murder. He is certainly my favorite player this season, and surely for all the good reasons.
Well, he's favorite of so many people out there because of the way he has showcased some miraculous gameplay. But right now, Khan is the one that is trying to find an knock onto the plus of Quantum Rage with those throwables, molotovs, grenades, everything he's trying to use. But Senior is also keeping a close eye onto Khan. So Khan better be careful because Tanatan, well, he is still in the lobby, he's still in the game, and the way he's looking in the direction of Khan, that can be very deadly for Khan if he comes out in the open. And certainly he's going to come out in the open and takes a little bit of the damage. But on the other side, Goku also, but now the Molotov of Goku is going to take down Khan and QWERTY. Now they are in trouble.
Oh, they are in a whole world of trouble from being one of the teams that had the best position. Voltrox, the lonesome survivor, Quantum Rage have no intention of stopping at all, just pushing at his direction mercilessly from multiple angles, and he has nowhere to run or hide as he will get finished off. But still, before that puts up a fight, still alive though. Finally, eventually meeting his makers, but did he go greedy enough? Did he get that finish confirmed? I think he has, but right now, I believe this game could completely just go into the favors of maybe Quraysh because they have quite a lot of players alive. In fact, all of them, while the other teams are still just fighting it out amongst each other, they could be the last ones with that final after because they've got that higher ground. All they need is the blessings of the circle in the next shift.
Well, certainly the next shift is going to be very crucial, and all this Quraysh Esports, like you also mentioned, they have the numbers advantage. They have managed to keep all the 4 players alive, and they have the complete control of the western side as well. And no one is aware of the whereabouts of Quraysh Esports. That is definitely going to work in their favor. But right now, Quraysh Hasni, he's keeping a close eye onto the players of Goku, Quantum Rage, and Goku. Well, he's trying to shoot in the direction of Rafe. That means Quraysh Esports' position has been revealed, has been given away to the players of Quantum Rage.
Oh, just trying to thread the needle from that little bit of an angle that he had. 3x, however, just hunker down to that little hay bale that they have to play around. One more grenade if they can get something out of Sensi 2, but I think the job has been well done. It's Mary again coming to the rescue, and 3x suddenly from being in the worst possible situation can now at least dream of getting a chicken in this one. But provided the fact that Quraysh Esports have that high ground advantage, Quantum Rage could be a thorn in their path as the final 3 teams remain. As 3x Esports at this very moment fighting against life and death quite literally over here. Still having the blessings of the circle, but Quraysh and Quantum Rage fighting against each other could be real good news. If they can get a little bit more spread, then things could work out. But no, that does not happen as Kratos goes falling down. But Miracle, proving to be a miracle for his squad, has managed to get that trade. But do they get that revive as Hasni's entire attention is focused at Tunton and Goku?
Certainly, Goku, well, he's doing so much from the side of Quantum Rage, but right now 3x Mary, he's running out in the open to gain as much real estate, to have a control of the circle. But right now, Quantum Rage, Jonathan, from that hard cover, he's trying to shoot in the direction of Rafe and also trying to get the defeat point confirmed onto Hasni over there. Jonathan, with the smokes, looking for a smoke wall, he has to move inside the circle as the next circle is going to close, and all he has is 1 minute and 2 seconds. But Goku from the side of Quantum Rage, he gets taken down by 3x Miracle. Now Jonathan is the last man standing, but he's going to knock Rafe again down.
Oh, it's getting so much more intense. Hasni also falls. 3x, they are making it real. 14 finishes already for this team. And they might not possibly believe themselves, but it is real. Miracle right out in the open. Tantanatan just waiting for his right moment to strike, and indeed he does. Just spreading his fangs over, and Miracle was helpless. He had all his focus on Jaguar, and 3x Esports now actually have an idea of where Tantanatan is. Now 3x spreading their wings out a little bit, but Jaguar getting the better out of him as he finally just remains in a 1v2 situation, but now is in a very bad spot, having pressurized from two different directions. What can he do? But if anybody could clutch it out, it has to be Jaguar, the man himself.
Well, certainly Jaguar, 1v2 situation. Can he clutch it out? Let's see. He has a little bit of the cover to work around with, but Kratos and Mary, they have two different angles onto Jaguar. If Jaguar managed to take down one of the player of 3x Esports, things are definitely going to work in his favor, and he can go for that big win. But right now, Mary, he's being a little cautious. He's waiting for Jaguar to make any kind of mistake, for Jaguar to waste his resources. In terms of resources, he has nothing. No healings, only bandages, no grenades, no smokes, and no molotovs.
Just a stun grenade. Do not underestimate the power of a stun grenade. Could potentially earn him the chicken dinner. But 3x, I think they're just gonna bait him out, right? Wait him out till the timer finishes, 10 seconds remaining, after which he has to get inside the circle. Pretty much, I don't think Jaguar would want to give his life away. Does not want to let 3x have that extra little point. And 3x possibly en route to get the maximum amount of chicken dinners, finishes chicken dinner in the grand finals over here. Oh boy, how have these lads played, really? Exceeding expectations. Just the game they needed at the right time to make sure they still have those chances at that top 6. At this very moment, Jaguar finally wanting to make some room. I really want him to make some plays with that stun grenade, but deciding against it. And there you go, the final finish coming in, and a sigh of relief for Tyrant and his brothers as they have managed to get the chicken dinner in this one. 3x, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they've done it. And look at that. Oh, just breathing and contemplating that they have managed to get that chicken dinner. Yes, they're still in the race for that top 6, Shadow.
Well, they are much needed points, much needed win. This was the plus of 3x Esports, and now they're going to see themselves in 12th spot in the overall ranking with both 14 elimination and 15 placement points. Much needed point from the side of 3x Esports, but they need the consistency. They need the points in every single game if they want to qualify for the SA Championship. But still, a very good gameplay coming from the side of 3x Esports.
Indeed. Nothing taken away. I mean, these lads were impressive. Couldn't see majority of their fights because of so much of action just brewing on that eastern side of the map. It was i8, it was Freestyle, it was so many of these other teams, Quantum Rage also getting them into action. In the meanwhile, they were just sweeping the entire lobby and have managed to secure 14 finishes. Still could not break the record though, because I think Team Star also managed to get 14 finishes yesterday in a wrangle. So that is definitely there. But right now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be pushing for a short little break. We'll be right back after this.
It's a bang, even though Hello and welcome to, of course, PMPL right here in the Pakistan region, where we are continuing on with this grand finals that we are a part of. And in the grand finals itself, things are looking very chaotic. Definitely, we just got done with the Miramar map, where it was definitely the game that 3x stole by storm. I mean, 14 elimination point is what they got right there for themselves. Unexpected, definitely, but a very deserving play it was made from this team.
Well, certainly a very deserving one and a much needed one. 7 elimination from the side of Mary, 855 damage that was dished out. In fact, he was not even receiving too much damage. Look at the healing points, 187. That means they were picking up the fights very cautiously. They were not overextending. That landed them the big victory or the big win they needed in this particular one. So let's see if they can carry forward the same momentum in the coming games as well. But along with Mary, the players we need to focus on is his own teammate, that is Kratos, with 4 elimination.
Absolutely. And again, now talking about 3x itself, we've seen them from week 1 itself when it comes down to Mary, Miracle, Kratos. These players, I mean, they have a perfect synergy when it comes down to the way they are able to play. And in the background, if that synergy works out, if the zone works out, then automatically the game ends up going in a really good position for 3x. And like this time around, we saw them walk away with a perfect chicken dinner. I mean, 29 points from a single game. That is definitely a perfect game for any team, and that is what 3x have accumulated for themselves this time around. As we move ahead, of course, it was Quantum Rage sitting on the second position right there based on the 10 eliminations that they were able to get, and then comes in Quraishi Sports with only 2 eliminations. But hey, all that matters is how you finish it, and in the background they finished, of course, third for this one.
Well, certainly they finished third this one, but my eyes are on my prediction. All are in the bottom. Ready side, North Esports, QWERTY. Well, not too many
That's okay.
points in their favor. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry too much. Don't sweat it, because after all, we still have 2 more games remaining for the day, right? We've got Sandhawk, and then to close the day off, we're going to be going back onto the map of Erangel. So you still have 6 opportunities, 6 possibilities that things can turn around from. But right now, what we're going to do is utilize this moment to, of course, go ahead and have a look at the Oppo F21 Pro moments, where the opportunities definitely were there for the teams, but sadly, it was just not capitalized, and especially for the case for Magnus. I mean, another time that they get eliminated so quick, so early in the game.
Magnus, I don't know what is going wrong with this particular team, because they managed to eliminate the entirety of North Esports. And they managed to take one of the player of Team W down from the moving vehicle as well. But later on, Team Magnus was taken out. But I8 Esports, the way they were raining death and destruction from the southern eastern side, well, they have earned themselves too many finish points for themselves. But on the other side, Gravity and QWERTY, well, they had the zone, but Quantum Rage happened to them.
Absolutely, Quantum Rage happened to them. What a perfect way to, of course, phrase that. Where talk about the chicken dinner, we know who walked away with that. That was 3x Esports in this final moment. Alongside that, as the damage draft is going to be brought on right after this, we will have a quick look as to the towers that have been created. And 3x Esports with a perfect game, 14 eliminations is what they walked away with. 2,491 total damage that they were able to dish out. No other team comes even close to the 2,000 marker. Well, again, Quantum Rage is right there at 1,900, exact 1,900 with 10 eliminations.
Certainly 10 eliminations from the side of Quantum Rage. Well, Quantum Rage, they've not gotten a win for themselves, but still they are getting points for themselves, still in the top 5 spot somewhere. So Quantum Rage, they are still in the contestation, but 3x Esports, well, my eyes are going to be on 3x Esports, because after this win, they should be looking forward to more points for themselves, because this was entirely 3x game in terms of the damage, in terms of the elimination points, everything is in the favor of 3x Esports. So maybe next game can also be in the favor of 3x Esports.
Well, again, fingers crossed, definitely, because when it comes to the map of Sanhok, we know that it is a very unpredictable map. Everything and anything can go on this map. And when it comes to the way the rotations are being taken place as well, for 3x, it works out beautifully because of the way that they set themselves up with a very fanned out approach on Sanhok. But we'll talk more about that, as right now it is the storyboard on our screens. And talking about the storyboard, look at the jump and shift being showcased from Quraishi Sports as they find themselves on the 6th spot. But that much more commendable is going to be the effort from the grounders as they find themselves on the 8th.
Well, certainly they are on the eighth spot after taking a jump of 3 points. That means good gameplay came from the side of Grounders. But Miramar has always been the strong point along with Senok when it comes to Grounders. They showcase a very good performance. But Magnus Esports, well, they have taken a downfall. Now they are sitting on the seventh spot, 130 points. And the point difference between I8 and Magnus Esports, that is increasing after every single game. And that is something not favoring the players of Magnus Esports. Doing a comeback in the very final day or in the last day, 2 games of today, is not going to be so easy for Magnus Esports right now.
Absolutely. As we move ahead towards page number 2, we've got so many teams falling down and faltering down in terms of their performance today. I mean, it probably is, the pressure of the grand finals itself that's probably gotten to them, because pretty much all the teams apart from 3x and Future Esports have taken a knee in this game based on how they played, as all of them take one position jump, or rather, not jump, sorry, one position forfeit right there, as things have not gone in their favor. But once again, it is still going to be an open ended up conversation to be had, because 2 games still remain, and there is still going to be possibility for all these teams sitting with a red marker in front of them to be able to, of course, capitalize the position that they're in, and of course, hopefully, even walk away with the chicken dinner like 3x Esports just did.
Well, certainly, but now let's have a look at the schedule and have a recap of what really happened in the previous games. I8, they got 2 big wins for themselves in the map of Miramar and Erangel. In Senok, it was Quresh Esports, and the previous game of the Miramar, it was all about 3x Esports right now. Now we have Senok coming up.
Absolutely. Sandhawk going to be the second last map of the day today. Now, Sandhawk is going to be a very important map for the teams that have not been able to perform today to be able to capitalize upon. Now, Quraish Esports in the first game of Sandhawk for the day were able to walk away with a chicken dinner. Perfect game is what it was for their style. On the other front, when it comes to this one, again, Sandhawk, it is an open-ended conversation to be had, because the map is open for the rotations to be made from any other team, but so are the chances of those third parties and fourth parties, and that is where the team's opportunity just kind of slowly starts dwindling down. In all of that, the one thing that we can, of course, know for sure, or well, try and know for sure, is the prediction point, right? And that is where, of course, the conversation now leads us down towards Shadow, wherein you start off as to what teams are you going to be looking forward to for this Sandhawk Games chicken dinner.
I have decided I'm going to use the power of my Jinx powers to help the bottom teams, at least get the blessings of the bottom teams. So I'm
All
going
right.
to pick top 3 teams: ID Esports, Quati, and Quantum Rage.
All right. You've got
Lock I8.
perfect prediction. Perfect prediction right there, because the teams have been very consistent throughout the entirety of the day. You talk about I8, they're already sitting at 2 chicken dinners and a very consistent play. That is what is showcased on this day number 2. Alongside that, when it comes to my prediction for the Sandhawk game, I'm going to be going with a team out of the blue, which is going to be, well, Quraish Esports. I want to be able to see if Quraish Esports have what it takes to be able to get this game in the bag of Sandhawk. It is going to be a lot of troublesome situations that they're going to be faced with. Regicide is another one to perhaps talk about, but Quraish Esports is something that I really want to be able to see get their hands on a chicken dinner. Till now, again, when it comes to Quraish Esports, they're looking very comfortable, but on Sandhawk, can they deliver? Can they do what they did as they started the day off with a perfect chicken dinner on Sandhawk? Can they recreate that sort of a magic? Is what I would love to be able to see from their side. But it is a tough competition, because there are so many teams to look forward to. I mean, Magnus, I would really love for them to, if nothing else, at least survive till 10th position. But we'll see. We'll talk more about all of that as we jump into the battleground right here, where the flight path going to be a very comfortable one, starting all the way from the southwestern side of the map from Tambong, going all the way towards Camp Bravo, an equal dissection of the map, allowing all the teams to go towards their known happy drop locations. But let's see if that happy drop location is going to be allowed from the zone itself or not.
Well, certainly my eyes are going to be on the circle, where the circle is going to form, and Grounders, well, we know they always go towards the side of Camp Alpha, but if the circle is going to the side of Camp Alpha or not, only time will tell. And Team Bablu, again, nearby the Painan city, yes, they are in a 2v2 split situation, but this split I can understand. The Sami and the Painan split, that was beyond my understanding, but still, Team Bablu, they need those points, and the circle this time is favoring the players of Team Bablu and the Grounders as well, as it is towards the western side.
Well. This is looking very good. Again, at the same point in time, when it comes down to the perfect retaliation that is showcased and rivalry that is being showcased on the side of Magnus and Rudy Esports, it is once again going to continue on forth on the side of Paradise Resort, where both the teams, well, that much more so for the side of 52 Esports because they've already lost out on two of their players, but Magnus have lost out on one of them as well. So a very chaotic start to the fight and the game itself right here between these two teams, where again, no helmet was picked up from Faster, as we can clearly see. They're now getting busy with the loot as they've been able to drop down the players of 52 Esports down to a two-man army. A chaotic start to the game, but that is what Magnus Esports wanted, and that is exactly what they pushed on ahead with. But in all of that, now 52 Esports, they definitely want a revenge. At the same point in time, we can also anticipate a third party, because from the backlines we can see R3D's Hawk slowly but surely getting closer and closer towards the Paradise Resort. For now, the early rotation is being made from R3D's all four players. Now this is where 52 Esports as well as Magnus could be caught off guard, but let's see if that'll be the case from R3D or not.
Well, our 3D 52 esports team Magnus. Yesterday it was all about Magnus that upset the apple cart for the players of 52 and our 3D. Let's see if this time can things turn around, because 52, like you mentioned, they have only two men. They don't have the resources required to pick up a fight, 2v4 fight against the side of R3. But Hawk is still hiding behind the tree, and Nojo knows exactly where Hawk is, but he's not able to land those perfect shots. But on the other side, R3 is going to retaliate, and they will take Jojo down, leaving Nojo the last man standing from the side of 52, and he has no idea that Hawk is being one with the nature. Here Hawk stands up, but he gets taken down instantly, and Nojo also takes a lot of retaliation fire.
Well, before he gets eliminated with just a sliver of HP left on him, he's going to be able to convert another point for his team and himself as well in terms of elimination, and now it's going to be destroying the possibility of 52 Esports' Jojo to be able to survive for a bit longer. As we reach the 3-minute marker, we've already gotten the first team to get eliminated. That's going to be, well, none other than the one that wanted to take on the fight against Magnus Esports. That is 52 Esports, of course. Alongside that, when it comes to Magnus, they're down to a 3-man squad, and seems like another third party being showcased against the players of R3D. From the backlines, it's going to be Team Star, who seems to be wanting to deliver some punches and blows to the players of R3D, as the over-aggression being showcased from R3D against 52 Esports. Well, Team Star wants a little bit of that action, and that's exactly what they're doing. I don't think an elimination point has yet been confirmed for Team Star, or maybe it has. Yep, there we have it. Team Star, one defeat point has been confirmed. That means R3D's players have also gone down to perhaps a 3-man squad. We'll have to confirm that in a minute, because right now it seems like Team Star are now going to be locking horns and getting their crosshairs set up against the players of Magnus Esports. Now, Magnus Esports, they're being very quiet. They're not letting any information at all out. But it seems like Team Star knows. Team Star knows exactly what's up when it comes down to the Paradise Resort. And that is the action that they want to be a part of. Now, Magnus Esports, are they going to stick around to that same area, or are they going to fall back out of Paradise Resort? Let's find out, because Team Star, they seem to be very interested in bringing those early points in their favor.
Well, definitely Team Star, they're looking very strong right now because they have all the numbers. They have their backs clear. On the other side, R3D and Magnus, they are not looking very strong, because R3D, they are left with only two men. That is going to be Anubis and Walker. But on the other side, Magnus also, they have the three men standing from their side. So Star is definitely looking very strong in this particular situation and the position. All they need to worry about the rotation that is coming from the side of North Esports or from the side of Heartman. Possibly, if North Esports decide to take the northern rotation, they can do a backstep for the players of Team Star. But there is still time. They are going to wait for the next circle. There is no rush for North Esports to make those early rotation. But look, position of Reggie's side in this particular one. If the circle goes towards the southern side, they are in the quick position to gatekeep or stop the players of Team Grounders.
Absolutely. Deja vu indeed when it comes down to the way the circle has been drawn, the way Regicide has been placing themselves. But in all of that, when it comes down to the center, we've got H2E looking very comfortable. Across their vicinity is going to be Team Bablu, and above is going to be T20 Quoti, who are definitely looking in top form as well. So right now, it is too early to predict or anticipate as to who, or rather which side the zone is going to be going, and who will be the one awarded the chicken dinner, because right now, all the teams slowly but surely are getting closer and closer towards the center, and as they get closer to each other, the fights are definitely going to start erupting, where we do have Bablu in close proximity against H2E as well. And it seems like we've got Pika. It seemed he had a DBS. I'm not sure. I did not see, but the way that Pika and along with his teammate, they are pushing on. They want to be aggressive ones. They want to be able to get those early knock points, early elimination points for themselves. But can they do so? Will they be allowed to do so? Right now, Zibian, he definitely has a really good idea as to where the opponents could be. He's trying to keep a very open sight towards that mountain, where H2E is just slowly making their nest, so to say. They're waiting for any other team to make a rotation from their vicinity. Same is perhaps the case from Team Bablu as well for now. So a bit of a stalemate that both these teams find themselves in. We saw a few initial knocks that took place, few eliminations that took place based on the Paradise Resort fight that took out, of course, 52 Esports, as we saw Magnus reign in Supreme. But now, the game itself has reached a little bit of a stalemate, as I said, as the teams are now taking it safe. They are slowing down and wanting to get a bit more information before they overaggress.
Well, certainly, Quantum Rage. Well, they are making a lot of noise with that vehicle, but right now, Pan, well, he's keeping a close eye onto the plus of Team Quirty over there, who are out there on the open, but Pan is being a little cautious. He wants to make sure that if he is going to pepper any kind of bullets towards Sirv Quirty, he gets a knock and a confirmation as well. So right now, he's not revealing his whereabouts. He's not revealing his position. That is a good thing, because Team Bablu, they need that kind of information right now, because they are surrounded by so many teams. It's not just Team Quirty over there, it's H2E, Regicide, 3x Esports also in the close proximity. So not making unnecessary noise is a smart decision from the side of Team Bablu. On the other side, the team that is going for the rotation is the players of Team Grounders, and Regicide looks like they are prepared, and H2E is also prepared for a third party. And that particular ruins area looks like we are going to witness a fight very soon.
Indeed, so many teams now have gotten into the zone itself and are slowly getting into the center, where the center is, of course, where we saw Bablu right across the vicinity. Now that we had H2E, and now more and more names, more and more teams are making their presence felt right there. So only a matter of minutes before the fight erupts. It's only already 8.5, 9 minutes into the game, and the zone is going to start moving in another minute's time. Now, once the zone starts moving, that is when a lot of these teams that have made themselves play safe and not stick out their necks are going to be forced to participate, because right now we've got towards the Hearten region of North Esports, who are nowhere in close proximity or vicinity to any other team. So right now they have, of course, a very comfortable and safe position for themselves. But like I said, a matter of minute and the zone will construct. From the south, if we talk about, we've got Quraish Esports, who have a two-man split, who can definitely damage a lot of positions that are being held right in front of them. You've got Quantum Rage as well. But for now, Quraish Esports is being very quiet. Never mind all of that, as R3D will be the one where Walker is going to be making a lot of noise, but sadly all by his lonesome. He seems not likely to be able to take down the players of Team Star all by his lonesome. He was able to bring down two of them. A perfect conversion right there, a perfect spray right there. But sadly, the numbers advantage is what Team Star capitalized upon, and that in turn helped them get that elimination point and also be able to help their teammates get that revival.
Well, certainly revivals are very necessary, but look at the eastern side, three teams under close proximity. TUF and Magnus and TUF are losing out to the players, but in 1v1 close combat, our last player has been eliminated by Sultan. That means Team Star, well, they have earned themselves 3 defeat points, and they have the entire control of the northern side as well. So they are in a good position, and so the players of I8 as well, but they have already lost on their IGL, that is IQ, the 1000 IQ player. The way he showcased his gameplay yesterday in the very last gameplay, getting a big win for his team, eliminating entirety of the other teams. Well, that was a very smart move from the side of IQ, but now he's been taken out of the equation. So I8, even they are changing the path of their rotation. Instead of heading directly towards the side of TUF, now they are going little southwards.
Exactly. Now, I wonder if that's going to be able to help them or not, because once again, I mean, we've got two teams getting eliminated right here, but still so many teams still remain, so many players still remain. And the more you delay the rotation, I've noticed on the map of Sanhok, the more are the chances of you getting third party as you try and get that rotation in your favor. TUF right there, getting into those buggies for themselves, making a lot of noise, but right now, thankfully, they don't really need to worry about that much because they have a compound that they've made an entry into. Same is the case for Regicide as well, as Qureshi Sports will find themselves in the open, and in the backlines is going to be Team Bablu. So for Quresh, we'll have to see for Qureshi Sports if Team Bablu will want to capitalize on their position or not. Because again, for the side of Bablu, the best part is they are exactly in the center with a two-man split. They've got the compounds as well. But will they overextend? That is something that we've seen Bablu do. But this time around, I honestly hope they don't, because the zone is looking so comfortable for them to walk away with the chicken dinner.
Well, certainly they want the chicken dinner for themselves, and let's see if they can earn it or not. In fact, Reggie said also the last game was definitely in their favor. They were looking so good and so strong. They'd gone themselves the much needed points. But this time also the way they are placed on the western side towards the side of Tambang, yes, the split they're having 1v3 is questionable, especially when Quresh Esports is in such close proximity. You need to regroup with your teammates. So Regicide, the fight is gonna erupt. This is inevitable. Quresh Esports, the minute they realize there is a team in the compounds, they are going to rush, they are going to pick this fight as they are looking for the points. And Reggie said the split I was talking about is not going to work in their favor, because look at that Nocto is few thousand or few hundred meters away.
Well, it seems like the Grounders have met their maker right now, as H2E found them in a really precarious position out in the open with the two-man split. The Grounders lose out on two of their players. Hugh has already lost, is already on his knees, wherein his teammate has already been lost to the cause. Of course, Evil Boy is still present. Sensi is still present, but a two-man army from the side of the Grounders, and along with that, H2E, the team that was, of course, bringing in a lot of spray against the Grounders, are themselves getting third-partied upon. So that is exactly what we were anticipating and predicting. By the time we reach the 12-minute marker, 14-minute marker, these teams are going to be pushed against each other, and those third parties are going to be showcased from all of them. And right now, H2E, Tarzan, going to be pushing on to get that point at least confirmed and not allow the player to walk away. But we still do have 52 players in total. H2E, as of now, they have a really good spread out. They've got themselves spread out in the zone. So they've got a lot of awareness as to where the opponent teams are. But because they're out in the open, that itself is an invite for other teams to be able to pounce upon them. Let's see if that'll happen for H2E or not. Because just a few minutes ago, we saw them take third-party shots as well. But they themselves were getting shot on upon as well. And right now, all of the rotation that they're making is going to be, of course, very close to the players of Bablu as well. But let's see how H2E deals with that.
Well, let's see how H2E is going to deal with that, because they have another team on the backlines that is going to be the players of Team Quati over there. But from the Camp Alpha Island North Esports, they are yet to make their rotations. So let's see which path they are also going to opt for. They can also do a third party in case H2E and Quati get into a kerfuffle with each other. But looks like H2E, they're already heading towards the side of ruins, so that means, well, they are safe from the side of Team Quati over there. But yes, Quresh Esports, they are still in the close proximity of Team Regicide, and Quantum Rays, they have managed to keep themselves away from all of that situation, a little towards the side of southern side. But FS, what's going on? They are going for a very late rotation. They are still around Camp Charlie bridges. Maybe they are going for a heal battle, because in Pakistani region in the finals we have started seeing players go for the heal battles. Not too many, yes, one or two players go for those heal battles to earn placement points. Otherwise aggression is still on point from all these teams, even in Senok. But look at that, Quresh is for the player, he's still looking on the side of Nocto. He's waiting. He's just waiting for Nocto to make any kind of mistake and come out in the open. And the minute Nocto do so, he's going to strike in and he'll earn a defeat point.
Well, as we reach the 16-minute marker, right now teams have really slowed down the pace of this game. They're forcing the zone to be the one that will dictate the fight as of now. As so many of them are in close proximity, so many of them are in close contestation against each other, they're still turning it into a stalemate. They're still wanting to hold on. which again is a good thing because the safe play is exactly what these teams are working towards. They need those points. As we were looking at the storyboard, it was clearly indicated that so many teams are not having a good day right now on day number 2, because so many of them have lost out on the positions that they started day number 2 with. But anywho, never mind that. Because right now what I'm waiting for is a little bit of an action being showcased, and that action could very well be brought in from the side of Team Star as they make an entry from the north, and right in their rotation is going to be the players of T20 QWERTY. Around in the vicinity is also going to be Magnus. So Team Star will have to be very, very careful, and for a brief minute right there, or a brief second perhaps, they are going to be in the water lines as well. So T20 QWERTY, if they are cautious of their surrounding, they should be able to capitalize on that rotation from Team Star.
Well, definitely they should be able to, they ought to be able to capitalize on that particular situation. And looks like Voltrex, well, he has spotted on one of the player of Team Star, I believe it was Hung, and he has destroyed a lot of damage. Now he's going to retaliate, try and lob grenade on the side of Usama. The blue is already closing in. That means Team Star, they're already taking the damage of the blue. Branch of the blue God Fury is going to retaliate with a grenade, but Voltrox is smart enough not to take the damage of the blue, and he's going to regroup with his teammates and maybe try and wait for the players of Team Star somewhere on the periphery of the circle. Well, Team Star, their position has been revealed, their position has been compromised, and the circle has taken a shift towards the southern side, right in the hands of Team Regicide, and in fact Quarish Esports as well. So that means this can be the game of Regicide, even of Quarish Esports, because they both are in a very close proximity and right in the epicenter.
Absolutely. What a perfect play this has turned out to be for the side of Quraysh as well as Regicide, as Regicide find themselves in the center, and Rafe from the side of Quraysh Esports is going to be making a rotation from right in close proximity of Regicide itself in the vehicle. And interestingly enough, Regicide is not going to be firing upon that. They're not going to be able to capitalize upon that, as Rafe is going to be able to get closer to his teammate on the other side. As we move ahead with the rotations that teams are making, we've got Team TUF on our screens, who from the north have slowly but surely started making a push. But on our screens, we do have H2E have been able to just complete hunker down the rotation coming in from the side of Team Bablu, as I8 on the other side have been able to bring down a little bit of a spray against 3x's players, and 3x Kratos will be eliminated. I mean, this is chaos ensuing all the way through from so many individual teams. Magnus thought that the bridge was empty, the bridge was open, but that's not the case, as TUF from the other direction had a very keen eye towards the bridge rotating team, and that in turn this time around is going to be Magnus, where Magnus's players have also been damaged as they are down to a 2-man army now.
Well, certainly they have been down to 2-man army, and they're picking fight with the players of Team Bablu, who are still near the circle. So Team Bablu are still in the safe spot, but Magnus, well, they are outnumbered in this situation. In fact, TUF is also rotating from the side of Flying Nan. They can hear those bullet sounds and can do a third party, but right now I'm worried about the players of Team Star, because moving inside the safety of the circle itself has become a very big challenge from them. But 420 boy gets taken down. That is going to provide some opening to the players of Team Star, but Usama lying in the open over there gets spotted down by Khan, and Khan has taken him down. That means Team Star, well, trades are coming in. Look at the position of gravity. He's found a perfect position, but God Fury is not stopping. He's going to take down Khan over there. That means Team QWERTY, well, they are also falling down in this situation.
Well, again, I mean, numbers are definitely going down right now. We've got so many teams who are left with just a 2-man squad. But again, when it comes to the total number of teams remaining, that is going to be still 14. I8 from far away, Goose going to be able to spray on to the rotating players of FS. That's going to be Momto in his process, but sadly he's not going to be able to connect on the other front. It's going to be Team Bablu taking on a perfect spray against the players of Team Magnus Esports, where Magnus Esports' numbers definitely have gone down. It seems like this probably could be the end for Magnus Esports, as T20 QWERTY on the other side of the map itself get eliminated thanks to Quantum Rage, and right now it's going to be Magnus against the players of Bablu, but of course it was Magnus who were eliminated thanks to Bablu's numbers. But right now, finally, I8's a perfect utilization of those sprays is going to be able to connect, and what a perfect connection that was, as they eliminate FS from far away distance. 11 teams remaining.
Certainly 11 teams, 32 players remaining, as Momto also gets taken down, and I8, well, they have earned themselves good defeat points. The aggression that I8 is showcasing in every single game, they are being rewarded by those crucial defeat points. But Tyrant with a beautiful grenade finds a knock onto Joker Sir of TUF. Well, TUF, they have taken a lot of plays, two teams are shooting in the direction. How they are going to survive? I don't think they can survive in this situation, as Joker Cell also gets eliminated. That means entire TUF has been eradicated at 11th spot. Now Ghost, well, he's trying to spot the plus of 3x. They know there is a team in the blue, and well, they are looking hungry for those defeat points, and looks like from the far off angle, Regicide Noki has spotted on the plus of team I8. Well, what's gonna happen as Noki with that M416 is shooting in the direction, and looks like one of the players has taken a lot of damage in this situation.
Exactly, that's going to be Ghost in the backlines, and from there we do have 3x's Tyrant as well, who could have capitalized upon that rotating team of I8, but definitely was, it seems like, not able to do so. On the other front for Noki, I mean, Regicide's Noki, he should have gotten that spray connected on point, because now that I8 have made that rotation from the eastern side, from the western side of the zone, it is going to be very chaotic. But again, for I8, Quantum Rage are going to be the ones that are going to be troublesome for them. Right now, it's going to be Quraish Esports making on their presence felt against the players of NES, I believe it was, where North Esports are going to be out in the blues, taking on a lot of damage. They want to get into the zone. Same, of course, is the case for I8, where their numbers have gone down. They are down to a two-man squad, as one of their players has been dropped down to his knees. Regicide have a perfect control of the compound, but the zone is what will be, of course, in question, as the zone moves towards the players of Quraish Esports. That much more closer it definitely is. Now Regicide as well as Quraish Esports are the ones who are the closest to the zone, but which team will it be? Because now we are down to just 8 teams, 19 players in total remaining.
And with that, Regicide, they have all the 4 players alive. This can be the game, because they have 2 defeat points. I'm sorry, 3 players are alive, but they are going to find some good defeat points onto the plus of Team H2E and on the plus of Team Star, as well as Sultana also gets taken out from the equation. And on the other side, I8, they managed to survive in this situation, because 2 of the players were taken down, and the revivals are coming in. But Tanatan, well, he finds the knock onto Jaguar, who was out there in the open, and Rafe with the smokes is trying to provide some little bit of the cover to go for the rescue mission onto the fallen comrade, but Senior of Quantum Rage finds Blade and takes him down instantly. Well, I8, they are coming under heavy fire from the side of Quantum Rage. Let's see what's gonna happen, as Goku, one of the star players from the side of Quantum Rage, well, he has a hard cover, but right now Quantum Rage, they are also getting shots from the back lines, but Regicide, a shot takes Ghost also down, leaving Uz all by himself in the blue.
Absolutely, and he's got in the blues now. I8 are only left with that one man, and he's going to have to try and survive the blues for as long as he possibly can. On the front, for the side of Regicide, Ashar is the man who was trying to deliver those massive punches and blows in the name of lead against the players of I8. Himself has been taken down thanks to a third party against him, as he tried to get his himself boosted on the other side. Quantum Rage are the ones who are dominating, who are the ones who are pushing on through all the envelopes that they possibly can. They are pretty much in the center of the zone, on top of the hill, as they get closer to this chicken dinner. Numbers advantage working in their favor. Nate Parades being showcased against the players of Quraish Esports. 4 teams in total do remain, and it seems like for the side of Quraish Esports, they are probably not going to be able to get the revival on that one funnel comrade. It is looking very tricky, but Quantum Rage, they're looking very much in contestation for this game.
Well, definitely they are looking very much in the contestation for the big win in their name, but Quraish Esports, well, the way they are spread out, the way Rafa and Jaguar are going for the flank angle, they can ruin the game for the plus of Quantum Rage. But right now, Regicide is a team that is going for the close frontal battle against Quraish Esports, and well, Nocto, he eliminates one of the player of Quraish Esports, so the numbers advantage has been taken away from Quraish. Now Hasni is all by himself, hiding behind that tree area, and Nocto, well, he's slowly crawling his way towards the side of Quantum Rage. And Quantum, well, they are pretty much silent in this situation, but now they've started making those smoke walls.
Exactly, and this is where we can anticipate the players of course, R3G get closer and closer towards the side of Quantum Rage. Now, Quantum Rage is a team that have all 4 players surviving against the 2-man army of Regicide. But the smoke wall that has been created from the side of Quantum Rage could very well interest the players of Regicide as they get closer towards that exact same position. But it seems like Regicide are going to be that much more interested towards Quraish Esports' players, and the Nate Parade being showcased from the side of Quantum Rage will not allow Regicide to be able to make any moves. Abbas has already been caught. Hasni knows exactly where he's at, and that drop is going to be resulted in, of course, a steal from the side of Hasni, as that will be the 4th elimination point in favor of Quraish Esports. Now, for the side of Regicide, they're left with just a 1-man army, and that 1-man army is bringing in a lot of behemoth destruction against Quantum Rage, where Tandaratan as well as Senior were damaged down to unbelievable help, but in the end, again, they are still surviving, they are still standing, and the numbers advantage that Quantum Rage have will be able to, of course, get the revival. And now it boils down to these two teams, a 4v3 situation between Quantum Rage and Qureshi Sports.
Well, certainly, and Quantum Ray Sigma Male takes a little bit of the damage of Liu, but Hasi with it up is going to take him down. That means Goku is still there all by himself. Senior and Janatan are a little together, and Hasni, well, he's looking to find one knock, but looks like his teammate is going to find, no, it's going to be Jaguar who's going to find Goku and will put an end to him. Now it's a 2v2 situation, and Jaguar, he's burning in the Molotov, and he gets taken down, leaving Senior all by himself. And Senior, well, Hasni has taken a lot of damage from the side of Senior, but it was Tanatan who is going to retaliate, and a beautiful winner chicken dinner is going to come in the hands of the players of Team Quantum Rage. And now Quantum Rage, they are looking good in the overall rank at the second spot.
Absolutely, 9 elimination chicken dinner is what this team of Quantum Rage were able to walk away with. Qureshi Sports, so close yet so far. They were able to bring it down to a 1v1 fight where it started off between them and, of course, Quantum Rage as a 4v3 situation. But in the end, it was Quantum Rage who had the better half of this entire fight, who had the better knowledge of their opponents, and in turn, of course, it was their chicken dinner